Hello, 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 and good morning, everybody. Alicia, hello. Good morning. Kate Bell. Cold here too, Kate. Um, it looks like it's going to pour down. We got some severe weather warnings coming today, starting this afternoon. So that's why I am doing the draw here now because they say we will probably lose power. So it's all coming up from the states there, but it's good. But we're gonna get it nailed here near Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Paulette Richard, hello from New Brunswick. Hello, 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 my fellow Canadian. Things are crazy out that way right now with these two kids missing. I've covered it. I'm going to hopefully tomorrow, you guys, I'm going to go live and I'm going to have the decks and everything ready. And you guys can ask questions of the deck. So watch for that coming tomorrow. Nana, good morning. Good to see you. I hope you're feeling good today. Miss Missy, there she is. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And Alicia is in Idaho. Anybody in Boston? The Karen Reed trial. Oh my gosh. For those of you, I'm going to give it a little bit of time because if you're not a member of the channel, I'm giving you an opportunity here to become a member. Um, yeah, it's going to be interesting, Kate. So if you do want your name on the wheel, it's going to give you a little bit of time to get your membership. Yeah, I think tomorrow, Paulette, I got a bunch of reads I got to do tomorrow, private reads. So after them, while I have the cards cleared and everything, I'm going to go live and let you guys ask the questions. So, and obviously, with the super chats will take priority number one and members. So if you're a member or to the channel, yours will all take priority, as will super chats, because I feel like we'll have quite a few people coming in. Oh no, Alicia. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Um, Paulette, also, I do believe that the RCMP um, have a really good idea what happened. They just got to prove it. Like, I see a lot of these creators coming on from the States and all this and all that, and they're idiots and they're not giving us updates. Canada is not the US. We never will be. You know what I mean? When it comes to how things are put out there in cases like this, Canada will never have an open system. Like, you can go and watch all the trials and everything. They don't live stream them. They do allow reporters in the courtroom, but they don't live stream them. Very rare you get updates, like, especially when it's at this point. I do believe they know who did it and they're trying to gather that evidence. Um, Canada is not like the US when it comes to this stuff. They're not. Um, you can't go on and search and get everybody's criminal record and stuff like that like you can in the US. It will never be the same. Canada is so, and I kind of like it in a way that it's so closed like that in the legal system. And like I said, our courts are open to the public, so you can go and watch the trials. But it would so, if you take, how can I say this? And I'm not putting the US down, so don't take it that way, please. That's not what I mean when I say Canada will never be like the US. I'm talking about our legal system. There's so much that I wish Canadian law would adapt from the US law, but also I'm glad that we don't adapt and do a lot of things that the US legal system does, because Canada doesn't make certain things very like available as easily as they do in the US. There's a lot less doxing, putting people's private lives out there. Like people like creators, doxing other creators and everything else, and going and looking you up online, and looking into your family, and your kids and your grandkids. And no, I am so glad that we don't have that kind of system here, because heaven forbid, hey, you want to have a problem with me, have a problem with me. I haven't really had big problems, but I know some creators have. Attack me all you want. I got a block button, you know what I mean? But attack my kids or my grandkids, or put their information or photos or anything like that out there. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. So that's what I'm meaning. Like, we'll never be like the US when it comes to legal stuff like that. Canada is very protective of people's privacy. Now, we do have an SA registry that you can get a hold of, if you like, for your area that you live in, or say your daughter or your son or whatever. Those you can get. There is freedom of information, that you can get certain things, but on open cases like this, forget it. You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing unless the RCMP want to give it to you. Yeah, like Missy just said, there's so too much out that's none of your business. Like, it's none of your business where Missy works, where Missy lives, if Missy has children, if Missy doesn't have children, if Missy's married, if Missy's been divorced. And I'm just using you as an example, Missy. I know you're not going to mind. It's nobody's business. And being in the US, that's so readily available, I don't agree with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and a lot of people like doxing and putting people in real danger. There's a creator on YouTube here. I think she lives in Toronto, and she was attacked like you wouldn't believe. And she's Canadian. And I don't know how they found out where she lived, but they found out where she lived, and she had to move because she was that scared by the threats that were coming into her. And how they ever found out, I don't know. I don't know if maybe she had put her address at one time, or, like, some people are just way too trusting. Thanks, Missy. I just used you like a hypothetical, you know what I mean? And Paulette says, because there's so much child trafficking and that's why people are angry that nothing coming out. We don't have that problem here. Like in the US, I'm not saying it doesn't happen here that kids aren't kidnapped, but it's very rare. Especially, like, you guys got to realize where this is. Like, this isn't one of the bigger cities like Toronto or Ottawa or Hamilton or um, downtown Victoria, BC. It's this is very rural. You would never be out on that road where they live or anywhere near it unless you were, number one, going to visit somebody there, or you lived there. This isn't like you could just pass by to get somewhere else. Like, you would have to know where you're going to get to this place. And I'm just saying, like, things like that are very rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but if you compare cases in the US compared to Canada with child trafficking and people getting taken for body parts and stuff like that, it doesn't happen as often at all. And usually when a child of these ages go missing, you can damn well guarantee that it's somebody they know. So, like, I don't think people understand especially out in Nova Scotia. A lot of those communities are so close knit and tight knitted. The towns around there, everybody knows everybody. Um, like even where I am, this is an older little town, and there's been a lot of people that have moved into this area, but I would say 60% of the people here that live here are related in some way, shape, or form. Like they're very tight communities. I find that a lot, especially out in Nova Scotia and stuff like that, especially in the area that they're in. Those communities out there are so tight knit. You can't sneeze without your neighbor knowing about it. Yeah. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like when I was living in Hamilton, even in Hamilton, population almost a million people, okay? It's a really rough city to live and grow up in. It's very you watch your P's and Q's. Like Canadians are generally very polite and nice and whatever, but the downtown area of Hamilton is very rough. Like you grow up learning how to fight. You know what I mean? Um, there's a lot of drug activity. There's a lot of, uh, prosta, you know what? There's a lot of gangs down there. And still, we don't have kidnappings. Like it's very rare in a city of a million people with all the problems that that city has that you hear of a child getting kidnapped. You know what I mean? And if you knew like even Hamilton, like Google it, check it out on Google Earth or whatever. It's a huge city. And like I said, the downtown core is very high crime rate, but it's a lot of they get maybe about 20 shootings a year. They get a lot of fights, stabbings, gangs. There's like the Bloods and the Crips, and there's other bigger known name gangs there that are all down in that area. A lot of poverty down in that area, a lot of low income, a lot of people with addiction issues that have kids, a lot of low income housing in the downtown area. And still, I can't remember the last time we heard of a child getting kidnapped ever. So it's not very common here in Canada, especially in an area where your closest neighbor is like a half a mile down the road. You know what I mean? Okay, so good morning, Norma. Okay, so I'm going to ask Missy. Missy, are you still here? Missy, you still here? Missy, Missy, you still here? Missy. Okay, well, Alicia's still here. Alicia, are you still here? Anybody? Okay, so what I'm going to ask Alicia. Okay, Alicia. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you guys can see the wheel up. I'm going to keep hitting this shuffle button, shuffle, 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 until I see you in the chat say stop. As soon as you say stop, I'm going to stop shuffling because we're going to have the draw. We're going to stop shuffling, but wait until I ask you, okay? So what I want to do first is bring this up so I can show you guys. Okay, let me share this. Okay, so this is what we're drawing for. I'm drawing for a shirt. You can choose. So once Alicia says stop, I will stop I will stop shuffling the wheel and we will do the draw live. Then, if you are chosen, what I need you to do, you got 24 hours from the date of this draw right now. So by noon tomorrow, you need to email me with your government name so I can send it to you, your address. I need to know which one of these you want. I need to know what color you want and what size. So within 24 hours of the draw, you need to email me. I need your address and I need which one do you want? Do you want the I object? I'll show you. It says I object on the front and on the back it says Juror 13. This one here says welcome to the shit show and it says trial coverage on the back. This one here, this one here says my guardian angel has paws and it has the angel wings on the back. Or there's 4 different styles you can choose from, and each you can change the color. So depending on what color you want, you can get white, so depending on what color you want. This one says those we love don't go away, they walk beside us every day. You got the sun for new beginnings and the water for deep emotional connections. And then you got the angel wings on the back. So if you are the winner, again, I'm going to state it. You got to tell me which style you want. The I object, the welcome to the shit show, my guardian angel has paws, or those we love don't go away, they walk beside us every day. Which one of those do you want? What color and what size, as well as your name and your address. You got 24 hours from now. Okay, so let me get the wheel back up, and then I'm going to ask Alicia, Alicia, I need you to put stop in the chat. As soon as I see it popped up in chat, I'm going to stop shuffling, and then we will hit the wheel to draw. So I'm waiting for Alicia to put stop in the chat. If you hear the clicking, that's me clicking the button, you guys. As soon as I hear stop, then as soon as I see stop come on my screen, I will stop. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we are going to spin the wheel. Good luck, everybody. Thank you all for being members. We got 36 members in here. So thank you, everybody, for being a member. And here we go. Do-do-do! Kate Bell. Kate Bell is a winner. I believe she's in chat, is she not? She was. She was in chat. Kate Bell, are you still in chat? Kate Bell, you are the winner. You have 24 hours from now. So until 10 after 11 tomorrow morning, send me an email. Yes, congratulations, Kate Bell. I actually have all of her address and everything. But Kate, I need you. I think I still have your address. I might not. I might have deleted it. So I need your address again. I need which t shirt you want, what color you want, and what size you want. So get that to me by in 24 hours. Kate, there you go. I was thinking there's no way I'll win. There you go. Okay, Kate. um, Send me an email. Send me your address again because I think I might have deleted it once I sent that parcel out to you. Um, Pick which design you want, what color you want, what size you want. That makes my fall day better. Yes. So make sure you pick a shirt, which design, pick your color that you want of your t-shirt and the size. Don't forget. And email that to me. So congratulations again, Kate. And we will do another draw next month. So we will stop sharing that now. I'm glad you were in the chat. I think the next time what we're going to do, you guys, is you have to be in the chat to win. Right? What do you guys think? The next draw, should I have it that you have to be in chat to win? Or no? I guess that wouldn't be fair because some people work in that and can't be here. No, I'll leave it the way it is. Okay, so I don't know. Is anybody watching the Karen Reed trial? Because I know this morning the judge threw everybody out of the courtroom and she wanted just the defense and prosecution in there. There's no reporters, there's no nothing. And she wants to interview each juror. So I don't know if trial is even going to happen today. Tomorrow's half day and there's no trial Friday. So I don't know. I don't like this judge. I feel like she's biased. Somebody clipped yesterday. I get sent clips, right? And yesterday somebody sent me a clip of when one of the defense attorneys was up cross-examining one of the prosecution's witnesses, and he objected to something. So it must have been the state that was recrossing their own witness, and the defense objected, and the judge said something, and then he said, "Judge, I need to see it." Sidebar. And when she got up, her mic was to the right of her, like she had pushed her mic away from her. But when she stood up, she was right in front of her mic, and she said, "Asshole." And somebody caught it. Somebody's clipped the shit out of that. She said, "Asshole." Right? What's the stuff going on with BK? Okay, well, now that we got the draw out of the way, I will show you. I will show you what's happening. I will show you what is happening. Oops. Okay. Now, the defense filed this yesterday or the day before. Order sealing the defendant's offer of proof re alternate perpetrators. Perpetrators. So, if you remember correctly, the defense had said that they were going to argue alternate perpetrators, and the judge made it clear, unless you're willing to give names, actual people's name, and not just that I think it could have been this person or that person, with proof, some kind of proof or evidence that you have that they could have been involved in this, then I ain't going to hear it. So she has filed an offer of proof regarding alternate perpetrators. And this was filed, I don't know when. Hang on a sec. Let's see. Let's see. Here. It was filed on the 14th. Comes now Brian C. Koberger by and through his attorneys of record and hereby moves the court for an order to seal the defendant's offer of proof for alternate perpetrators filed on May 14th. So it is sealed, okay? So the judge ordered it sealed. So we have no idea what it is. Who she's trying to blame, I think it's going to be, what's his name? Oh my gosh. Oh, I forget his name now. It's somebody from the guy's sorority thing. I forget what his name. Because there was a picture going around circulating him with a K-bar, and him apparently making threats towards Ethan and Xana. So I don't know. That's just my thought. Then we got this. Now, if you guys remember, go back to my live when I read the orders that the judge ordered the defense and prosecution to keep all their history, not to erase text messages, all that stuff. And that was like last week. And in that live, I said last week, you watch. Ann Taylor is going to do one of a few things. Either she wants sanctions, she wants the death penalty off the table, or she wants to screw with this trial. Like, she's going to want it put off so they can do more investigation on this stuff and this leak. And she's going to blame, because of the Dateline episode that came out, they got to investigate more and stuff like that. So now, this is a notice of hearing discussion regarding the role of victims. But where did I see that? Hang on a sec, you guys. Where did I see? Oh, I know where I seen it. Okay. I always go over here and check because this is where I get the court dates. But what's not on the docket here, okay? You see, it's not here. This is the hearing of the 15th. Purpose of this order is to explain the reason for the sealing hearing of May 15th. So that's not it. So I went over, where am I? I went over here. And if you notice, here's the discussion regarding role of the victims. But then I seen this filed on the 20th, which was yesterday. It's going to be heard today. The defendant's motion to continue. So she's going to try and get this trial date moved yet again. So there it is there. That's what I believe that is, the motion to continue. I think she's going to want to have this trial moved out. And if you remember correctly, she's been bitching and complaining she can't get all her work done. Well, it's because she took on a second death penalty case. And it's because she's making outlandish motions, 180 pages or 300-page motions. No wonder she doesn't have time. But here it is right here, defendant's motion to continue. They're also going to be discussing regarding role of victims. This is a Zoom hearing sealed, and that is to take place. It's taking place right now. And this one is also a Zoom hearing. 10 a.m. Oh, so it's going to go in about 40 minutes. But it is also sealed. So this is going to be the same. So they're going to be having a sealed hearing. They're going to be talking about whatever this means regarding role of victims. That could be so many different things. I don't know. And then we got the motion to continue and the defendant's motion for leave to exceed page limit. I think he granted that already. Um, nope, he didn't. So maybe he's going to make a judgment on that today too. But there's at least these three things that are going to be discussed. So will Judge Hippler give an extension on the trial? I don't know. I don't I don't think so because there was already so much information out there. Now, was there, like I said before, you guys, in my readings, a lot of that information had already came out in my reading before we even knew all of the information, right? Um, Now there are some things like his Google searches and stuff like that. Like we already knew he had bought the K-bar knife. We already knew that before the Dateline. We already knew that um, he was caught on video. We seen that one part of a video, like a clippet of it, from the 1112 King Road house. We seen a little clippet of it. Now we've seen 3 or 4 different ones, like him, especially him speeding away at the end, that car. Um, um, Things that he'd saved on his phone, the pictures of the girls in the bikinis. That's new. We didn't know. Um, but a lot of that stuff we kind of already knew. I don't know. It's weird. Do I think the judge is going to delay the trial? I hope not. But at this point, he's pissed already. Like we seen that in, if you go back and you look at this record here, I went over these the other day. Document and records hold order based on sensitive information not previously publicly circulated that was reported during a recent Dateline TV program related to this case and the defendant Brian Koberger. It appears likely that someone currently or formerly associated with law enforcement or the prosecution team violated the court's non-dissemination order. But if you go to the defenses, they don't accuse the defense. See, here's the defense's hold order. Records hold. They just say this is all the same, and the defendant Brian Koberger, it appears likely that someone violated this court's non-dissemination order. Here they say it appears likely that someone, but then over in the prosecutions it says it's likely someone currently or formerly associated with law enforcement or the prosecution team. So that's why I feel like the judge thinks it's coming from the prosecution. Is that going to be enough for him to delay the trial? I hope not. Yeah, he seems adamant about not delaying. If they find out that this came from the prosecution side, I don't know if there'd be a sanction or if the DP would be taken off the table. I don't know. Yes, please hit that like button. When did what? Oh, what is stuff going on? When did what happen? Okay, Mitch. Sorry, I was looking at the documents over here. When did what happen? Yeah, it was filed on the 14th, ordered on the 15th. I object. Juror 13 shirt. Okay. Okay, I gotta write down that you won. Kate Bell, and you want the I object. You put your size and color, what color and size you want to in the email, I hope. And it'll be shipped right from Bonfire, Kate, so you should be getting it sooner than you would from me. I'll go on and order it this afternoon. And I will have it sent to you. I'm still waiting for K Mitch to let me, when did that happen? I wasn't paying attention to chat. Okay, thanks, Kate. Yeah, it is. It's cold here too. It's really cold. It's like 7 degrees Celsius. It's like after a long winter, like it with minus 20, minus 30, when we started getting up to like plus 5 Celsius, like what it is right now, people were out there in t-shirts and shorts because after a long, hard winter, plus 6 seems nice. And I was even out just in a sweatshirt. You know what I mean? But we had like 4 or 5 days of really warm weather, and now it's gone right back cold, and it's supposed to stay cold. And we got storms and threats of high winds and flooding and everything. So crazy. Okay, so I'm going to take this off the screen. So does anybody know if the Karen Reed trial is on? Like what's happening there? She's questioning each juror individually. So all the jurors were sent to the jury room, and then she was bringing them in one by one. Don't mind me, I had to take my nasal spray. This stuff is pretty good. Rhincourt, if you got sinus problems, if you get a lot of sinus infections, get some Rhincourt spray, nasal spray. That's what I use. You think it would be warmer now, but it's still cold. Yeah. I'm just glad I didn't plant or go and get my hanging baskets or anything yet. My mom did already. She went and got her hanging baskets and that, and it's like, ugh, it's going to be cold. You don't plant any of that until after May 2-4. But let me just see here. So it is back. I just checked. So if those of you, that's why I did the draw too when I did. Um, okay. Um, it's back on. So I know a lot of yous are following that case. So I will let yous go so you can get back to doing what you were doing. I've got a doctor's appointment too. So after my doctor's appointment, Kate, I will order that for you. And it will be coming from Bonfire in the States. So you'll get it a lot quicker than what you would if I ordered it, had it shipped here, and then shipped it back out to you. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to end it like I always do. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. I love you guys to the moon and back. And again, congratulations, Kate. Bye-bye for now.